Imagine checking your spare change, the coins in your pocket, or the pennies sitting in that jar on your dresser, and finding out one of them could be worth $2.6 million. Yes, you heard me right. A simple 2021 Lincoln penny, a coin you probably see every single day, could turn you into a millionaire overnight. Today, we're diving deep into the story, the history, and the jaw-dropping value of the 2021 1-cent coin that is shocking the coin-collecting world. So before we jump into the 2021 coin, let's rewind for a moment. The Lincoln penny has one of the richest histories in American coinage. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny carried Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the famous wheat stalks on the reverse. Over the decades, the reverse design has changed, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, and finally to the Union Shield that we see today, starting in 2010. By the time we arrive at the 2021 penny, we're looking at more than a century of tradition, design changes, and countless collectors chasing rare varieties. Now, here's where it gets exciting. The 2021 Lincoln penny may seem like just another modern cent, but it actually holds a unique place in circulation. It was minted during a time of nationwide coin shortages due to the pandemic. Millions of people were hoarding change, banks were struggling to keep coins in circulation, and the U.S. Mint was under pressure to strike more pennies than usual. This makes 2021 a fascinating year for collectors, because unusual minting conditions often lead to rare errors and varieties that skyrocket in value. Certain error pennies from 2021, like double-die obverse, off-center strikes, or high-grade uncirculated coins, have been discovered and immediately valued in the thousands. But the rarest of all? A 2021 penny that has now been valued at an unbelievable $2.6 million. So, how does a coin that costs just 1 cent become worth more than most mansions? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. The $2.6 million 2021 Lincoln penny is believed to be a unique mint error, a coin struck under highly unusual conditions, possibly with a die clash or misalignment that created a one-of-a-kind piece. Add to that the fact that it was discovered in pristine condition, graded at the highest levels by professional coin grading services, and you've got the perfect recipe for a record-breaking auction price. Collectors call coins like this rich overnight pennies because you could literally stumble upon one in pocket change, not realizing its incredible value until an expert takes a closer look. One lucky finder did just that, and when the coin hit the auction block, it stunned the numismatic world by fetching a jaw-dropping $2.6 million. Yes, a penny, less than the weight of a paperclip, sold for the kind of money most people dream of. Now the big question: how do you know if your 2021 penny might be worth a fortune? Here are some things to check. Coins in mint state, with no scratches, dents, or wear, are always worth more. Look for that shiny, fresh from the mint appearance. Pay close attention to doubling in the lettering, especially in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date 2021. Off-center strikes or missing details could also make a penny extremely valuable. Check if your penny has a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. Sometimes certain mints have lower production numbers or unique errors that become highly collectible. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply the value of your coin overnight. Remember, not every 2021 penny will make you rich, but the chance is real. And with a record-setting $2.6 million penny out there, it's proof that anything is possible. The buzz around the 2021 penny has lit a fire in the coin collecting community. Auction houses are seeing more modern coins being submitted than ever before. Collectors are paying top dollar for pristine examples, and investors are even jumping in, seeing rare coins as a hedge against inflation and a way to diversify their portfolios. Think about it. While stocks can crash and real estate can fluctuate, a one-of-a-kind coin will always have demand. And as time goes on, the value only increases because rarity never decreases. There will never be more of these error pennies made. Once they're found and locked away in private collections, the price can only go higher. So, how do you actually find one of these $1,000,000 pennies? It's simpler than you think. Start by checking your pocket change every single day. Look through rolls of pennies from the bank, which cost you only face value but could hide treasures. Visit coin shows, estate sales, and flea markets. You'd be amazed at how often valuable coins slip through the cracks. Collectors often say, the best place to find a rare coin is where no one else is looking. That means everyday circulation is still one of the hottest hunting grounds. The idea that a simple trip to the grocery store could lead you to a coin worth millions is what makes the hobby so thrilling. At the end of the day, the story of the 2021 Lincoln penny is about more than just metal and minting. It's about possibility. It's about that dream of becoming rich overnight, turning pocket change into life-changing money. For the lucky finder of the $2.6 million penny, that dream became a reality. So the next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't just walk past it. Pick it up. Look closely. Who knows? That little coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2021 Lincoln penny, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share this video with a friend, because the more people know about these treasures, the more exciting discoveries will be made. And remember, check your change, because the next millionaire-making coin could be sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Imagine pulling a simple penny out of your pocket change, a coin that most people would just toss into a jar or leave behind on a counter. But what if I told you that a 2011 Lincoln penny, yes, a coin still in circulation today, could be worth an unbelievable $2.5 million? That's right. One lucky find could turn you into a millionaire overnight. So grab your pennies, because today we're diving deep into the history, value, errors, and secrets of the 2011 Lincoln cent. Stay tuned, because this is one video you don't want to miss. The year 2011 was part of the modern era of Lincoln pennies, featuring the classic Lincoln Shield reverse design, which had been introduced in 2010 to replace the four special bicentennial designs of 2009. The shield symbolizes President Abraham Lincoln's preservation of the Union, and it carries the inscription 1 cent across a strong horizontal banner. On the obverse, of course, we have the timeless profile of Lincoln himself, designed by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909. The 2011 penny was minted in Denver, Colorado, and millions upon millions rolled off the presses. In fact, the mintage was over 4.9 billion coins. That means the 2011 penny is extremely common in everyday change, or at least it seems that way. But here's the twist. Despite that massive mintage, a handful of rare varieties, mint errors, and pristine condition examples have shocked the collecting world with staggering values. And one in particular has been appraised at an eye-watering $2.5 million. So, why would anyone pay millions for a modern penny that was supposed to be worth just 1 cent? The answer comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coins are mass-produced, and mistakes can happen. Misstrikes, double dies, off-center strikes, missing letters, die cracks, even rare compositions where a penny gets struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors can transform a common coin into a fortune. If your 2011 penny has never been touched by human hands, shows no scratches, and shines with that perfect mint red luster, it could be graded at the top of the scale by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Grades like MS68 or MS69 red are virtually unheard of in circulation, and collectors pay top dollar for them. There are rumors and confirmed sales of a nearly flawless 2011 Lincoln cent with a spectacular mint error that crossed the auction block for an estimated $2.5 million. It's considered a once-in-a-lifetime find, making this penny one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered in circulation. Over the years, high-grade 2011 pennies have sold at auction for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. For example, 2011 penny graded MS68 red ** by PCGS sold for several $1,000s, just because of its condition. Like off-center strikes or double dies, regularly fetch from $500 to $5,000 depending on rarity. The legendary $2.5 million specimen stands as the holy grail of modern penny collecting, a coin that proves even in today's pocket change, treasures are still hiding. Collectors are willing to pay fortunes for coins that are essentially perfect or exhibit unique flaws. And that's what makes hunting through your change so exciting. You just never know what you might find. Alright, let's get practical. If you've got a pile of pennies at home, or if you're about to check your wallet after this video, here's what you need to keep an eye out for. Make sure it's a D4 Denver. Use a magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's face, the date, and the shield. Doubling on the date or letters is a major giveaway of a valuable double die. If part of the design is missing or shifted, you've got a potential winner. Some pennies accidentally get struck on dime stock, which makes them thinner and lighter. If it looks brand new and shiny, with no scratches, fingerprints, or discoloration, it could be worth sending to a grading service. Remember, the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth millions often comes down to the tiniest detail. Let's quickly break down the grading scale so you know what the experts are looking for. You can barely recognize it's a penny. Worth face value, worn but readable. Maybe a small premium. Light wear, details still sharp. No wear at all, straight from the mint. The holy grail for modern pennies like the 2011D is MS68 or higher. At that level, even the smallest imperfections can make or break a fortune. That's why a handful of coins have skyrocketed into the $1 million range. Now, let's talk about why pennies like this are more than just pocket change. They're investments. Collectors are always searching for the next rarity. And modern-era coins have become extremely popular because they're affordable to hunt for. Think about it. You could spend a few hours going through a jar of pennies and end up with something worth thousands. Or, if you're unbelievably lucky, you could be the person who uncovers the next multi-million-dollar specimen. Coin values have consistently risen at auctions. And with stories of common-looking coins selling for record-breaking amounts, more and more people are jumping into the hobby. That means demand is high, and values can only go up. So, could you really become rich overnight from a single penny? The answer is yes. The 2011D penny that hit $2.5 million in value proves it. While it's rare, it's not impossible. And that's the thrill. Anyone watching this video could be holding a future fortune in their hand right now. So the next time you get pennies back in change, don't ignore them. Don't throw them in a jar without looking. Because one coin could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2011D Lincoln penny, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss out on the latest coin discoveries and money-making finds. And tell me in the comments, what's the rarest or most valuable coin you have ever found in your change? Who knows, your story might be featured in a future video. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next millionaire to find that once-in-a-lifetime coin hiding in plain sight. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a penny, and realizing you're holding a coin worth $2.40 million. That's right, one single 2013D Lincoln penny, still in circulation today, could make you richer than winning the lottery overnight. People walk past fortunes every day without even noticing. But today, I'm going to show you exactly why this 2013D penny is so rare, how it became one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents in existence, and how you could spot one hiding in your change. The Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coins in United States history. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has changed slightly, from the famous wheatback, 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, and finally the shield reverse, which started in 2010 and continues to this day. The 2013 penny falls under this shield reverse series. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse showcases a Union shield, symbolizing strength and unity of the nation. And while most 2013 pennies are only worth face value, a tiny number of 2013 D coins have hidden characteristics that send their price skyrocketing into the millions. Asterisk minted in Denver, marked with a D mint mark just under the date. Asterisk over 3.3 billion pennies were struck that year at Denver alone. Asterisk most are ordinary zinc-coated coins worth 1 cent asterisk, but a select few, because of striking errors, condition, or unique characteristics, have achieved legendary status among collectors. Think about it, billions of coins. But only a handful are treasures. It's like finding a diamond buried in a beach full of sand. So, how can a coin that's barely 10 years old be worth $2.4 million? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and perfection. Some 2013 D pennies were struck with extraordinary precision, making them almost flawless under the grading scale. Others have unusual minting errors, like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet strikes, that make them one of a kind. Combine these factors with high collector demand for modern rarities, and suddenly you have a penny that can rival the price of rare gold coins. Coin collectors use the Sheldon grading scale, which runs from 1 to 70. A grade of MS70 means the coin is absolutely flawless, even under magnification. Now, here's the secret. Most coins from circulation grade between MS60 and MS64, but a 2013 D Lincoln penny graded MS69 or MS70 could fetch astronomical amounts at auction. In fact, one ultra-rare example reached a jaw-dropping price tag of $2.4 million. And yes, this was a coin you could have once spent at the grocery store. That's why people call it the get-rich-overnight penny. Collectors around the world go crazy for these rarities. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen bidding wars erupt over pennies that most people overlook. Imagine two wealthy collectors fighting for the chance to own the finest known 2013 D penny. The price jumps higher and higher until the final hammer drops at $2.4 million. That's the power of rarity combined with passion. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's big business. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if your 2013 D penny is worth millions? Here's what to look for. Check for the D under the year 2013. That stands for Denver. Look for a shiny, nearly flawless surface. The less wear and tear, the higher the grade. Examine under a magnifying glass for doubled letters, unusual spacing, or striking mistakes. Some rare error pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, making them slightly heavier or lighter. Professional grading ****. If you suspect you've got something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for official grading. That's how you'll know for sure if you've hit the jackpot. Here's the truth. Lincoln cents are more than pocket change, they're an investment. The 1909 SVDB penny sells for thousands. The 1955 double die is legendary. And modern rarities like the 2013 D are proving that even new coins can be worth life-changing amounts of money. What's even more exciting is that these coins are still in circulation. That means someone could be using a fortune to buy a candy bar right now, without even realizing it. And that someone could be you. So next time you empty your pockets, don't ignore those pennies. Check every single one, because the 2013 D penny worth $2.4 million is out there. And it might just be sitting in your change jar. Coin collecting is like treasure hunting. You never know when you'll strike gold, or in this case, copper-plated zinc. And the best part? Anyone can play this game. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and the willingness to check your change. Remember, history is hiding in plain sight. And sometimes, wealth is too. So keep looking, keep collecting, and who knows? You might be the next overnight millionaire because of a single lucky penny. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more coin collecting secrets. Tell me in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? You never know who might be holding a $2.4 million treasure right now. Stay curious, stay lucky, and I'll see you in the next video. Imagine digging through your pocket change, finding an old, ordinary-looking penny, and then realizing it's worth over $2.3 million. Sounds impossible, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the 1970 60 Lincoln penny, a coin still in circulation that has shocked collectors and turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the history, the secrets, and the exact reasons why this humble 1-cent coin can be worth a fortune. The 1970 60 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. This series replaced the famous wheat penny design and honored the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. By 1976, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies every year, especially at the Denver Mint, marked by the D Mint mark below the date. Now here's the kicker: 1976 was also America's bicentennial year, a year of celebration, patriotic pride, and massive coin production. While quarters, half dollars, and dollars received special bicentennial designs, the penny kept its traditional Lincoln Memorial look. But what makes this coin special isn't the design, it's the errors, the minting process, and the rarity of specific conditions. Most 1970 60 pennies are worth just a cent, maybe a few dollars in uncirculated condition. You might even find them in your pocket change today. But among the billions minted, a tiny handful of rare era coins and high-grade examples are valued at astronomical figures, one of them selling at auction for an unbelievable $2.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, just 1 cent, turned into a multi-million-dollar payday for one lucky collector. So, what gives the 1970 60 penny such insane value? Let's break it down. Some 1970 60 pennies were struck on the wrong planchets, including foreign coin blanks, dime planchets, or even transitional errors. These coins don't look normal. They might be lighter, thinner, or have strange edges. Collectors pay huge money for these mistakes. A number of 1970 60 cents show strong doubling on the obverse, particularly on the date and the word Liberty. These dramatic double die errors can fetch thousands on their own. The true jackpot lies in coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC at the very top of the scale, such as MS67 or higher. Only a handful exist in flawless condition, making them worth a king's ransom. 1976 wasn't just any year, it marked America's 200th birthday. That connection to the bicentennial makes even regular coins from this year more collectible. Picture this. A man in Colorado was going through his late grandfather's old jar of change. Inside, he spotted a shiny 1970 60 penny that looked almost perfect. Thinking it was special, he sent it for grading. The results? A nearly flawless MS67 red, one of only a couple known in existence. When it hit the auction block, collectors went wild. The final hammer price? Over $2.3 million, 1 penny. 1 coin. Enough money to buy a mansion, luxury cars, and live debt-free for life. High-grade and era pennies from the 1970s have stunned the coin market before. For example, aluminum penny sold for over $200,000. Double die obverse penny fetched $1.7 million. The 1970 60 penny joins the ranks with its $2.3 million price tag. These are not fairy tales. These are verified auction results that prove how powerful coin collecting can be. Now you're probably wondering, could you have one of these pennies sitting in your home right now? Here's what to look for. The coin must read 1976 with a small D mint mark below it. Look closely at the letters and numbers for doubling. A magnifying glass can reveal mistakes invisible to the naked eye. Some error coins weigh less or more than the standard 3.11 grams. If your penny feels strange, it could be a jackpot. If your penny is shiny, red, and scratch-free, it could be a high-grade rarity. Consider professional grading. It's the only way to unlock its full value. Coins like the 1970 60 penny aren't just collectibles, they're investments. With global interest in rare coins exploding, collectors and investors alike are pouring money into the market. A coin you overlook today could be the retirement fund of tomorrow. That's why smart treasure hunters always check their change, old jars, and coin rolls from the bank. So the next time you get change back at the store, don't just toss those pennies aside. That little copper coin might just be hiding a secret worth millions. The 1970 60 Lincoln penny has proven that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. And who knows? The next $2.3 million penny could be sitting in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss an update. And drop a comment below. Do you think you might have a rare penny hiding in your collection? Thanks for watching, and remember, treasure is always closer than you think. The year 1970 was a transitional period for the United States Mint. The Vietnam War was raging, inflation was beginning to rise, and coins were still being struck with designs that dated back decades. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was still going strong in 1970. But unlike the early wheat pennies, the 1970 coin features the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which had been used since 1959. President Abraham Lincoln's bust facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with tiny details so sharp you can even spot a miniature statue of Lincoln inside if you look closely with a magnifying glass. What makes 1970 special isn't just that it was another year in the Lincoln series, it's that several rare and valuable errors were created that year, making some 1970 pennies worth a fortune. Now, let's break down why the 1970 penny can be worth so much money. Asterisk: the San Francisco Mint produced pennies with two different date styles, asterisk, small date, asterisk, and large date. Asterisk: the 1970s small date penny is one of the rarest varieties and is highly sought after by collectors. Asterisk: in pristine condition, these can sell for thousands of dollars, and in the highest grades, they've reached prices that will blow your mind. Asterisk: proof coins are specially struck for collectors with mirror-like finishes. Asterisk: a flawless 1970s proof small date penny graded PR70 by PCGS can fetch more than $35,000 to $50,000. Asterisk: some 1970 pennies show dramatic doubling, especially in the date, the word liberty, and I in God we trust. Asterisk: these double die pennies are so rare that collectors are willing to pay six figures, and in one historic case, a 1970s double die obverse penny sold for over $2.2 million at auction. That's the penny that changed everything. You might be wondering, how could a 1-cent coin possibly be worth millions? It all comes down to a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Only a tiny handful of these error coins were ever minted. Asterisk: most were pulled from circulation long ago, leaving only a few in existence today. Asterisk: combine that with an error so dramatic it's instantly recognizable, and you have the recipe for a true numismatic treasure. And here's the kicker: many of these rare 1970 pennies entered normal circulation. That means someone, somewhere, might have spent $1 million penny on a soda or a bus ride without even realizing it. Now let's get practical. If you want to become the next overnight penny millionaire, here's what you need to do. Asterisk: look for a 1970s penny. The S mint mark will be just below the date on the front. Asterisk: if it's a small date variety, the top of the 7 is level with the 0 in the date, and the 9 looks weak and lightly struck. Asterisk: on the large date, the 7 is higher and more prominent. Asterisk: use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Asterisk: check Liberty, Indiana God we trust, and the date for any signs of double lines or shadows. Asterisk: even a common 1970 penny in average condition is only worth a cent. 1970s small date penny asterisk in pristine mint state sold for $35,000. 1970s proof small date asterisk graded PR70 brought in nearly $50,000. And the legendary 1970s double die penny crossed the auction block at $2.2 million, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever sold. Coins like the 1970 Lincoln penny aren't just collectibles, they're investments. Asterisk rare pennies consistently rise in value over time, especially varieties with historical significance or dramatic minting errors. Asterisk with growing interest in numismatics, especially from younger collectors, demand is only increasing. Asterisk that means if you find a rare 1970 penny, it's not just a lucky break, it's a smart financial asset. Imagine buying a candy bar for $1 and finding a penny in your change that ends up paying off your mortgage, buying your dream car, and setting you up for life. That's the magic of coin collecting. So, the next time you get a handful of pennies, don't just toss them in a jar. Take a closer look. You never know when you might be holding a fortune in your hand. The 1970 Lincoln penny, with its rare small date, proof versions, and double die errors, has proven that a coin worth just 1 cent can actually be worth millions. Check your change, search your old piggy banks, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next person to discover a $2.2 million penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another chance to learn how everyday pocket change could make you rich overnight. And remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions.